The man rolled down the window and mud came pouring in. He quickly shut it, but the mud was all over him. Suddenly, the sunroof shattered. He tried sealing the crack with tape, but it didn't work. He pulled over an iron rod and the window held up for now. He grabbed a bottle of water, took a sip and remembered it was his last one. Not knowing if he'd ever be rescued, he drank it anyway. He drew a cross with a marker, hoping for some protection that he'd make it out alive. He thought of going home to eat dinner his girlfriend cooked. He looked at the tools in his car and then water started dripping through the sunroof. He drank straight from it, then dug out a small hole in the glass, hoping for more water. He pulled out a credit card and made a little water collector. Water finally trickled into the bottle. Then he wanted more air. So he pulled out a seat tube and pushed it up through the hole. But all that came through was muddy water. He stuffed the hole with newspaper, then used a bottle cap to make a little valve so the mud wouldn't flow back. He pressed tissues to his chest and took out a cookie smelling it, his last piece of food. He sipped more water and shoved the iron pipe again into the crack, tying it down with rope, pushing it all the way up. He wanted to know how deep he was buried. By the third pipe, he couldn't push any further. He grabbed his tools, patted his shoulder with a towel, and forced the pipe upward through searing pain. Suddenly it gave way. He sent a wire through the pipe and heard a sound. Then light came through. He was overjoyed, screamed at the top of his lungs, and sucked in a few breaths of air. He kept shouting for help until his voice was gone, but no one came. Desperate, he cut the rope with nail clippers, lit a fire, hoping the smoke would draw rescuers. But then he realized he was still inside the car, and the thick smoke quickly filled the cabin.